Hi, I'm Alex James, the founder of Resrodel. Do you manage an organisation with 100, 500 or 5,000 people? If so, you know that not managing your workforce can result in low utilisation eroding margins or poor quality product delivered late by stressed people. The fact is, only 7% of managers believe their workforces are optimised. And so it's no wonder that 50% of stress in the workplace is from unreasonable workloads, and that poor workforce management is a third of the cause for projects to fail. Workforces are predicted and planned in many ways with strategic workforce planning, operational workforce planning, there's the resource management view, and even there are spreadsheets for line managers. The problem is that at best, conventional workforce planning calculates the gap between supply and demand. But if you're running an organisation, is that what you really need to know? Because managers have 5 different questions that they really are trying to answer to understand their business. They're trying to understand, will our workforce succeed? By what are the outcomes that define my success? Or what should change? What are the opportunities for improvement? Or what does the big picture look like? How is our entire organisation with all its workforce working? And how does that look down into the organisation? Then what's at stake? What is the scale of the impact of inefficiencies in not managing our workforce well? And finally, what do I have to do? What are the recommendations for me to improve the workforce? To solve this, I've created the Effort Management Theorem and Advanced Effort Management Analysis. This gives you the information that you really need to know to predict your workforce's future and to take action. Let me explain how Advanced Effort Management answers these questions. Firstly, all organisations are balancing 3 outcomes in a 3-way balancing act. They're balancing the delivery of their obligations or opportunities, they're balancing the financial outcomes, and they're balancing people outcomes. And this is a 3-way balancing act where you can have a bias to one, but you can't push it to an extreme where you break the others. So imagine if you are able to provide metrics that predict these outcomes. If you're able to predict ability, if you're able to predict efficiency and intensity. And these are the 3 outcomes. So AEM predicts ability, efficiency, and intensity. Then for each of these outcomes, there are 4 inefficiencies called shortfall, excess, waste, and overallocation. Now, shortfall is where the outcome is falling short of the intended goal, and excess is where we have too many people and we're actually overachieving our outcomes. Waste is where we have people in the business that could have been working, but for whatever reason have not been allocated to the work, and there is a waste of the workload. Or in the alternative case, where the business has been over-optimistic and over-allocated people to work. AEM predicts opportunities to remove this shortfall, excess, waste, and over-allocation. Thirdly, there's the issue of transparency. When you have a large organisation with multiple levels, these outcomes and opportunities can be aggregated from the bottom, from the smallest role into a team, into an office, into a group, a region, a market, right to the top, where you can present to an executive the outcomes of ability, efficiency, and intensity, and you can present the shortfall, waste, and excess in those, and the board can now understand the workforce's future as well as they understand their finances. Management are now able to drill down into their organisation. They're able to see where the waste is and where the shortfall is in their organisation and understand it at the highest level, then drill down to the next level, either by, say, office or by role group, and they can identify waste and shortfall in the different dimensions of their workforce, and then drill down further to identify where exactly the waste in a role is in an office and where the shortfall is, or excess or over-allocation. Fourth, Because these opportunities have been quantified, it's very simple to add value to them. And now we can see the scale of the financial impact these inefficiencies are having. This allows an informed conversation about the mitigations that should be taken. For every inefficiency, there are many mitigations. Ultimately, you want to increase revenue and minimize cost to improve your bottom line margin. For example, before you consider increasing work or people, you can share work and people. This is because part of your organizations have surpluses and deficits that can be transferred between one another. So finally, there's now a way to calculate and recommend how many people should be moved from one part of the organisation with a surplus to another with a deficit. Because this is something you want to exhaust before you start recruiting or taking drastic actions of downsizing. AEM recommends how much of your workforce should move from one part of the organisation with a surplus to another part with a deficit. Advanced effort management analysis provides a new and powerful way to understand and manage your workforce. Workforce leaders have described advanced effort management as groundbreaking. So if you care about your people, product and profit and really want to do better, you will want to try advanced effort management. Thank you very much.